Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis and Arundel County and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Monday, April 4th, 2022. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Wow, what a fantastic weekend here in Annapolis. The Annapolis Film Festival was off the hook, and when they hit the theaters, here's my 3 recommendations. You want to see Emily the Criminal, The Automat, which actually is going to be playing in the Alexandria area and Silver Spring as well, and Yelling Fire in an Empty Theater. I'm not sure if that's going to hit the big screen, but look for it when it can stream. All 3 of them are outstanding. The Maryland Chicken Wing Festival was amazing as well, and the crowd was wild. The Reagan years obviously brought it. And the Martin Luther King Parade was equally as good, along with the African Diaspora Fest down at City Dock. All in all, a great weekend, if not a bit tiring, in Annapolis. All right, we do have some news, so let's get into it, shall we? Attorney General Frosch is warning of scams once again. This time it is mobile payment scams which seem to be popular, and it seems that a lot of people are falling for them. What's happening is that you may get a request to help from a friend, or maybe for tech support or for payment of a past due bill with a request for you to Venmo or Cash App them or use one of those apps to send them money. They don't offer the same protections as credit or debit cards, and they should be treated as cash. If you lose it, you lose it. But because they are linked to your bank account, a shrewd scammer could wipe out your entire bank account. So you want to be really safe with this. You only want to make payments to people that you know are legit and that you are expecting or that you initiate. If you get an unexpected request, call the person first to verify that they need the funds before sending them anything. And something I've been seeing a lot of lately, notably this weekend, are texts from strange numbers asking to click on a link to, it might be accept a shipment, verify an order, finalize something, etc. I just got one a few minutes ago asking about a 36-inch TV that I'd ordered. Like with email, if you're not expecting a link, it's better to leave it unclicked. The world will not end. The Capitol reported over the weekend that Anne Arundel County Public Schools, HACA, and the city of Annapolis could all be out several $1 million if several lawsuits are successful. Apparently, the school system suspended a Severna Park high schooler for using what they called blackface in a photo sent to friends. Now, this happened after school hours, and as it turns out, according to the lawsuit, it was not blackface, but gold face paint worn to a school pep rally earlier in the day. They tried to appeal the suspension, but the school upheld it, and now they are looking at a $4 million lawsuit for the false suspension, claiming that it was wrongful and that it was not blackface, that it was not sent during school hours, nor was it sent using any school resources. The suit does say that she was subject to cyberbullying, in-person bullying, and exclusion from her friends group as a result of the suspension. And in the HACA/City of Annapolis suits, a judge has ruled that they can proceed after the city tried all they could do to stop them. This suit is likely to be a class action suit alleging that the city was discriminatory in their inspection programs by not inspecting HACA units, leading to unhealthy conditions, negative health effects, and even a death. The judge, a U.S. Circuit Court judge, threw out most of the city's objections to the suit and their motions to dismiss. This, too, is a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against both entities, and it really comes on the heels of a dual million-dollar settlements for racial discrimination about a year ago. Looks like come November, we, the voters, may be making a decision on legalized marijuana. The House of Delegates and the Senate are on board with allowing possession of up to 1.5 ounces. 1.5 to 2.5 ounces would be considered a civil infraction, so you'd get a civil citation, sort of like a traffic ticket, and anything more than that would be considered illegal and considered the intent to distribute. Homes would be allowed to grow 2 plants, but they had to be out of public view and they couldn't be accessible to any passersby. And there's one more lingering bill which is going to take the decision out of the hands of the legislature and put it into a question form on the ballot come November. So we're going to vote yes or no. Now, Hogan is likely to veto this, so everyone in the legislature now is racing to get to his desk ASAP, so they still have a chance to veto it before they adjourn on April 11th. Currently, the legislature does have a veto-proof majority, so if Governor Hogan does indeed veto it, as expected, they likely will overturn that. Hey, if you don't have anything going on April 9th, here is a great party. You might want to see if that tuxedo still needs to be let out to accommodate that COVID 15 pounds that you may have gained, but the Hospice of the Chesapeake will be hosting their gala again this year in person for the first time in 2 years. It's going to be held at Live! Hotel at Arundel Mills. In case you missed them at the Wing Festival, the always fun Reagan Years will be playing, and of course, some amazing drinks, some amazing food, and some amazing auction items. The theme this year is Under a Tuscan Sky, and tickets are still available. You want to go to hospicechesapeake.org/2022-gala. And some podcast info for you. Hopefully you caught Liquor Martindelli this past Saturday. Now go get a Sammy this week. This Saturday, a great new fitness option at the Annapolis Town Center, Snap Fitness. We did drop a boat show podcast on Friday as well. Lots of great stuff coming up at the Bay Bridge and Annapolis Spring Sailboat shows, and we are talking to some great people in the next few days. The Zombies, 10,000 Maniacs, Bean Rush Cafe, and a few more. Of course, if you have any suggestions for business spotlights, send them my way. And to those of you who found me at the film festival this weekend and said that you appreciated the ones that we did with the directors, thank you. I really appreciate you listening. All right, that's it for the news. But first, a quick thank you to our sponsors for today's Daily News Brief. Solar Energy Services, the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company, Rehab to Perform, and Alpha Engineering. Alrighty, it is Monday, and Alsina from CovingtonAlsina is here with your Monday Money Report. And of course, George Young from DC MDVA Weather is here with your locally forecast weather. All of that coming up in just a bit.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster Company.
One of the most common questions we get, how do I maximize the value of my home before I sell it? It's a great question. We look at improvements like investments. What is the rate of return? For example, if we invest $5,000 in painting kitchen cabinets and installing granite, how much more will our home sell for? The answer? About $25,000 more. That's a 500% return on investment. Because of returns like this, we have started a program called Investing in You. We know cash is often tight when you're making a move, and we are here to help. We will front you up to $15,000 to invest in refreshing your home before you list it, with the agreement to be paid back once your home settles. Call us today so we can help you maximize your home's value.
That's another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-599-1370 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Monday, April 4th. It was a decent weekend for the Annapolis region, though still a bit cool and breezy. But the theme of this week will be repeated chances of rain showers with a cool finish for the weekend. Look for dry skies today with a mixture of sun and clouds, and highs in the mid-50s to lower 60s with a chance of PM showers tomorrow, with temps upper 50s to mid-60s for PM highs with rain chances going way up after that. For Wednesday and Thursday with showers expected each day with highs in the low to mid-60s, ahead of a small but valid chance for a few additional showers Friday, with temps then again around 60 degrees for PM highs, with a cool weekend ahead to follow with more breezy winds and temps in the low to mid-50s each day. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DC MDVA Weather. Make it a great day out there today. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter for regular updates each day, as well as through our website at dcmdvaweather.info. And as always, be sure to download our DCMDVA Weather app on all of your devices from either the Apple or Google App Stores, so you can always stay weather informed.
Hello, energy consumers. This is Rick Peters, president of Solar Energy Services. With all the talk of energy resilience in the news recently, I'm surprised there's not more talk about solar plus batteries, especially since 1/3 of all of our new residential solar projects include a battery backup system that provides instant energy security and peace of mind. And with incentives in place for battery backup, this investment is now more affordable than ever. With financing rates as low as 0.99% and plans offering 18 months same as cash, it's now easier than ever to go solar with no money down. Financing creates an easy bill swap scenario where you replace your electric bill with a loan payment, allowing you to build equity in your own personal energy supply. Don't wait for your next power outage to act. Contact us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net to learn more about solar with battery backup. Don't wait another minute. Sunshine's a wasted.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Are you an active adult or competitive athlete dealing with an injury keeping you from being at your best? Then Rehab to Perform is here to get you back to your full potential. R2P is a unique fitness-focused physical therapy company with 4 locations in Maryland. More like a training room and a personal training studio than a medical facility. R2P offers physical therapy for lower back pain, overuse injuries, post-surgery, muscle pulls, chronic pain, and more. R2P also offers rehabilitation for concussions and mild traumatic brain injuries. To learn more, visit rehabtoperform.com.
You work hard for your money. Is your money working hard for you? Managing and investing, it can be confusing. Ann Alsina, a financial planner from CovingtonAlsina, has been helping people make sense of it all for over 17 years. Are you ready? Now here's your Monday Money Report.
This is Ann Alsina of CovingtonAlsina with your Monday Money Report. We just closed out the worst quarter in 2 years, down almost 5%. That's not good news. But a little perspective may make it better. March was solidly a positive month, and we are still positive over the last 6 months. We've had short-term volatility, but overall are doing well, with the S&P 500 up almost 10% year over year. It's important to remember that investing is, by definition, a long-term proposition. More good news is that the jobs report is still positive, oil prices are slowly coming down, and unemployment is low. One warning sign popped up last week when the yield curve inverted for the first time since 2019. Historically, the yield curve inverts 12 to 18 months before a recession starts. And while every recession since 1956 was preceded by an inversion, not every inversion predicts a recession. But what is a yield curve? If you graph out interest rates on treasury bills, bonds, and notes, the government's debt interest, you would expect that the longer the length of the bond, the higher the interest rate. Just like on a CD, you would expect a 5-year CD to pay a higher interest rate than a 6-month CD. We call that a liquidity premium. Having immediate access to your money means you earn less. The yield curve naturally starts low and rises as the time for the bond to mature increases. When it inverts, the higher end decreases as investors feel the long-term economic outlook is not good and begin purchasing more bonds, driving prices up and yields down. So what does this mean for you? We're not on the immediate cusp of a recession. Personal finance fundamentals remain the same. Build emergency savings, have a plan, and align your investments with that plan. Your action item to take this week is to check your 401k, 403b, TSP, or other employer-sponsored retirement plan. How are you invested? Is it still an appropriate amount of risk? Are you contributing enough to get the full match? Can you contribute more? Should you be contributing to the Roth option if you have one? Take some time to go over your account. You can always find more information on our Facebook page or our website at CovingtonAlsina.com. Securities offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SPC. Investment advice offered through Great Valley Advisor Group, a registered investment advisor. CovingtonAlsina and Great Valley Advisor Group are separate entities from LPL Financial. All performance references historical. There's no guarantee of future results. All indices are unmanaged. They may not be invested into directly. The opinions voiced in this show are for general information only, are not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine which strategies or investments may be appropriate for you, contact the appropriate qualified professional prior to making your decision. And if you don't have a financial advisor, come talk to us. This is Ann Alsina with CovingtonAlsina.
The benefits of a good night's sleep are well documented. Sleeping well prevents weight gain, improves concentration and creativity, and boosts the immune system. So, what keeps you up at night? If you run a business, then the security of your computer network may be one of those things. Threats like ransomware and phishing are becoming increasingly sophisticated and pose a real risk to any business. Don't let these cyber threats keep you up at night. At Alpha, they've been helping their customers sleep better for over 30 years by monitoring in real time and hardening network defenses. And for those irritating IT issues that arise every day, Alpha's just a phone call away, helping your business run smoothly and helping you sleep better, knowing Alpha is on guard. Give Alpha a call to see if they can ease your worries and help you get the rest you deserve. Find them at alphagetsit.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.